Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I want to talk about medical gameplay in Star Citizen as it is in Alpha 4.3.1. Some of this might change a little bit, but this is mainly what's going to be going on, a little bit of a guide to it and a little bit of a discussion about it. And then we'll talk about the future of medical gameplay that CIG have talked about in a recent design brief document. So it's the direction they want to go. It could evolve somewhat and will be iterated upon, sure. But the first thing you need to know is that regenning, respawning from a ship or vehicle is pretty expensive, 100,000 Alpha UEC a time. Some ships and vehicles have medical facilities on board. For like tier 3 facilities, you've got the Medical Pisces, you've got the Cutlass Red, you've got the Urza Medivac, you've got the Star Lancer TAC. Tier 2 facilities, you've got the Terrapin Medic, you've got things like the Carrack, you've got the 890 Jump, you've got the Polaris, which has got loads of them. You've got ships like the Apollo, which are modular with its medical bays and can have tier 1s in there, and the Idris has got a tier 1 and a load of tier 3s as well. If you set your imprint to these medbeds, you can respawn there, but when you respawn there, you use medgel. A whole canister of medgel as it happens, and that's basically one SCU and costs 100,000 Alpha UEC at the moment. You need to place those canisters in manually, and once they've been expended, place another one in. Tier 3 beds can hold 1 canister, Tier 2 can hold 2, and Tier 1 can hold 4. You can treat injuries, so if you've got like a broken arm, or you've got some muscle fatigue, or you've been shot in the head and have an injury in the head or whatever, then you can also treat injuries up to the level of the med bed, up to the level of the facility for 0.5 SCU of that med gel. So if you do treat an injury in a tier 3 bed, you will not then have enough med gel left without replacing it to be able to respawn there. So just sort of bear that in mind. The other major thing to talk about is the range of respawn with the different tiers of medbed. For tier 3, it's 50k kilometers. For tier 2, it's 8 million kilometers. And for tier 1, it's 150 million kilometers. To give that a bit more scale, the sort of tier 3 ones will cover you dealing with a single gameplay area. The tier 2 ones, they're going to cover most of a planet and nearby area. And then the tier 1 ones will have most of a star system covered. So all of the old medical stuff still applies. You get injuries, you get wounds, you can heal yourself with a med gun, otherwise known as the paramed device, but you can also use the lifeguard module for the Grey Cat little multi-purpose tool. I'd recommend you always have a Cure Life Paramed device though, one of those mediguns, and then some goo for that. Take that out and then press B. You can target yourself with it and then heal yourself. There is a variety of med pens available as well that will be able to deal with individual types of injury or radiation exposure. Even detox pens to be able to deal with the blood drug level that you might have pumped yourself with. But as I said, most stuff can just be sorted out with a paramed device, the medical gun, and then you can even go into the advanced mode and do your sort of manual drug levels if you want. You won't be able to permanently fix any injuries, but you will be able to stabilize a lot of them and mitigate some of the effects that an injury might have until you can get to a medical facility. I should also mention that it is free. It doesn't cost any med gel at medical facilities at your med beds to stabilize yourself and to heal the health of your character, the percentage health, rather than any actual injury. So med facilities are still super useful, even if you don't have any med gel. Couple of edge cases as well. In the short term, I believe that there are places like the Lazarus facilities on Pyro 1 that will allow you to regen there, and I don't believe you need any med gel. But the data center ones and the Onyx site medical facilities, they don't allow you to regen there. But otherwise, you just have to go to regen at clinics or hospitals, that sort of stuff. You can always regen there for free. Alpha 4.3 is supposed to re-add medical beacons as well, which basically means when you're incapacitated, you can hold M, and that will activate a medical beacon. Medical beacons, they're not planning to pay out particularly much. It's just like 15,000 Alpha UEC, which is very little. And CIG have said that, and that at the moment, some of this medical gameplay is more for players that want to help their fellow player rather than actually make any profit. What's that? A sponsor! Just what you wanted. This time it's Corsair with their Scimitar Elite Wireless SE MMO gaming mouse. It's got 16 customizable buttons and it's really high precision. What more could you want? Well, I'll tell you. You want it to work with Virtual Stream Deck, VSD, enabling you to do a ton more in-game more conveniently. You can set yourself up a sidebar of buttons which can appear on your screen, and then at the top of a button, you could have those pop up. So you could have one set up for landing or mining or FPS functions in Star Citizen. The Scimitar and the Virtual Stream Deck together are a fantastic pairing, not just for Star Citizen though, that can make use of all those buttons, but also for productivity tasks. It's like having a inner thought system that's customizable for Star Citizen, your desktop, and other programs and games. Links below to find out more details or to grab yourself one, and you'll get a 10% discount on gaming peripherals from Corsair. Gameplay is evolving, and with Alpha 4.3.1 you're going to get the Apollo as well and a load of its modules so that you can set it up with a couple of tier 1 facilities or a load of tier 3 beds if you want to, or anywhere in between. You can sell Medgel for 30k Alpha UEC at the moment, although someone was saying that the prices do fluctuate based on if a shop inventory is out of them. I am a little concerned that this might make medical ships a prime candidate to be attacked to steal all of their medical gel. So the med gel can just be chucked around in your cargo bay or whatever, and a lot of people are going to do that. They're going to have a load of spares there. So as I said, all of this sort of gameplay will be iterated on and balanced to a degree. A lot of people are complaining that 100k for the med gel pods is far too much. Some people are saying it's just right. Lots of people are saying they want to get more respawns out of each. But CIG have now also talked about beyond 4.3.1 and medical gameplay that they're going to be working on in the near future. Steps towards Death of a Spaceman, but still not there yet kind of thing. Things they're working on at the moment is adding the ability to imprint to multiple medical beds at once and basically choose where you respawn from that list. But also with that, there's going to be different restrictions and limits to regeneration, cooldown timers, that sort of stuff. Re-registration, maybe, costs associated with that. So roughly, CIG are saying that you'll be able to save one for your landing zone that you were last at, one for the last ship and vehicle that you were imprinted on, one for your home base or Orc base, and then like a temporary one as well for locations like Stormbreaker or Siege of Urizen. They talked again about manual medgel refilling, so that's going to be a thing, but they also talked a little bit about auto medgel. They're going to automatically restock at a set rate. This again could be clinics and facilities, so maybe a little space station's medical bay there. It can't constantly respawn people and you'll have to occasionally respawn elsewhere, but it also could be maybe tier 1 medical facilities on certain ships and stuff will be able to automatically grab a med gel from storage or whatever and automatically refill it. But also there's things like temporary imprints, so your imprint will last a certain amount of time at a location, so that might be for an instance dungeon, or it might be for, well, a lot of different reasons. You might only be able to respawn there a limited amount of times, and then those med facilities might be able to be disabled for a load of different reasons, because they don't have power, because the facility or ship they're on's soft-deathed. Exciting, they also talk about player-defined fees for regenerating at locations. So you'll go, yeah, I want to respawn here, but you'll have to pay that fee. You'll also be able to set in the future permissions for med beds so that your org can use it, you can use it, your friends can use it, party members can use it, that sort of stuff. And potentially everyone can use it, but you might charge them for it. CIG are also overhauling the regen interface and the whole UI there, enabling you to choose the location you want to respawn at and still access game chat. Maybe go, yes, I want to put out a medical beacon and talk to people about that. I like to think that you're either embodying an AI which has got your best interests at heart, or maybe the insurance people that are trying to get you back on your feet. They're also going to be reworking rescue beacons. Obviously, there's a load of expanded medical gameplay now, but they're going to be getting all the other stuff that we just talked about in as well, and they want medical beacons to be able to reflect that for both NPCs and players, and you to have reasons to go and do that, because they are very much aware that there is not that much money or incentive for players to do this at the moment. CIG saying, look, it's going to be very much a labour of love and players trying to help their fellow players, that sort of stuff, trying to make the verse a better place. They will be better supporting medical gameplay and medical beacons in the future. Zin and I are very excited to do Trauma Team gameplay and make a reasonable amount of money for being moderately good at it. CIG continues to plod towards more and more updates to the economy, to medical gameplay, to Death of a Spaceman, to Star Citizen 1.0, and I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on what we just discussed there. Do you like the addition of Medgel and the cost of it? Do you think it's far too expensive? Do you like the direction that are going with all this medical gameplay, or do you think it's a terrible idea? Whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck it in the comments down below, and also, you probably want to get yourself some NordVPN. Click the links below or go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Get yourself some better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. Privacy. I can't even use the words because I'm so excited about NordVPN. Get it? Click the links. It helps out the channel too. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for this month of September we are giving away an RSI Apollo Triage, a medium-sized flying medical clinic. It also comes with lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen with a game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during this month of September. If you would like to further support the channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, watch my other videos on the channel for everything Star Citizen related. There's a load of useful links below as well to a load of stuff that I support or support me in some way with like NordVPN and all that sort of jazz, Game Glass, loads of cool stuff. But also, you could clickety-click on the join button under my videos to help support the channel even more by giving a little bit of money. Oh, isn't that good? Get a load of exclusive little bonuses as well. Or you can use Patreon to do pretty much the same thing, whatever you fancy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great September, and I'll see you in the verse.